Good evening. I just want to do some more Everquest 2 tonight. I'm not really as focused on lore and legend tonight. I really just want to start exploring, get out of the forest. But I did look on a map of the forest, and there are apparently some Dracota in the forest. So let's go ahead and take care of that lore and legend quest. And then I'm going to head for that Common Lands area that we briefly wandered into last night, and we weren't ready for. By the time we finish fighting the Dracota, we should be able to at least start looking at the Common Lands. But if I recall correctly, we did not yet look at the skeleton and zombie books that we bought, so we have to read those real quick before we go try and find the drakes. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so we have my character. Alright, let's play. And I'm going to try not to go 4 hours tonight. I am starting tired, so that should help keep checks on how long I'm here for. But we'll start with the 2 books, we'll hunt some drakes, and then we'll check out the new area. And in the Common Lands, we won't really commit to looking for any further lore and legend quests tonight. But if we come across one of the lore and legends creatures, we'll go ahead and focus on that. But until then, let's just explore for a while. So we're starting in my player room. It says I have unread mail. What's that supposed to mean? Pre-sworn love. Erelisi Day. Is that a Valentine's Day event? The greatest days of the year are here once more. Those days dedicated to Erelisi, the goddess of love, and all that she embodies. Whether you choose to join me in the sisterhood of Erelisi in our celebrations near the cairn of the Huntress in Frostfang Sea, or you seek to strengthen the ties of love in such places as Gorowin, the Common Lands, Darklight Wood, the Stonegrunt Highlands, Butcherblock Mountains, Lava Storm, Great Divide, the Thundering Steppes, Antonica, or the cities of Kanos and Freeport, you will find love in a multitude of forms this Erelisi Day. During this amorous time of year, you're bound to find love notes or message candies while you're adventuring across Norath, including the renewed lands of Ro. They hold worth for trade skillers who have new items to craft, and holiday merchants in Kanos Province District or the city of Freeport who have new holiday-themed items to exchange for them. I encourage you to embrace your romantic tendencies, find the compassion within, advance your hunting skills, or all of the above. In her eternal love, priest's sworn love. And there's gifts. It says I need to go to a mailbox to receive an item that was mailed. It looks like I have other messages that also have attached items. Alright, we need to find a mailbox when we leave the house, but first... Alright, trophy. Dvorlian's Cudgel. The lash is mercy, an inquisitor's mercy. Bow your head and revel in your luck. Trophy, Sir Alton Strike. It's actually very simple. Stay dead. Alright, so let's go into our inventory and get our books out. So the first book is called Zatiri's First Zombie. Let's read it. Zatiri's First Zombie by Zatir, Lord of the Zombies. Taken from the memoirs of a necromancer who traveled through... What? How? I'm on the wrong camera. How did that happen? I have no idea how that happened. Sorry about that. Taken from the memoirs of a necromancer who traveled through the common lands to demonstrate his zombie creation process. Zombies are reanimated dead creatures. After death, anything can be turned into a zombie. What follows is the tale of a necromancer's experiment. They said it could not be done, this raising of the dead to do the work of the living. They said it was folly to attempt such a thing. Yet I, Zatir, have done just such a thing, and have lived to tell the tale. Be forewarned, this is not the tale with which to put the children to sleep. Animating the dead requires much concentration, luck, and intelligence. Fortunately, I am blessed with an abundance of these virtues, for I am Zatir. After studying remnants of the arcane, I learned that I could reanimate any corpse and not only bring it to life, but command it to do my bidding. Yes, I am thinking this is perfect, for a being that I raised from the dead will surely appreciate me more than the ungrateful living. I waited breathlessly for the perfect night. My thoughts were focused on the corpse of a young Ratanga that had been dead barely 7 days. Thus, it would be less rotted than other corpses, and being that of a small creature, even more likely to bend to the will of Zatir. From the morning of the preceding day, I began preparing my spell. The perfect night came, clear and calm. Except for the call of the hyenas, it was quiet. Yes, a perfect night, chosen by Zatir. As I stood over the Ratanga's grave, I could see its earth turning slightly, then crumbling apart as my Ratanga zombie's arms broke through. Within minutes, the zombie stood before me. Yes, the fur was matted from being buried, but it was alive again, thanks to my efforts. I am your master, I said to it. I am Zatir, lord of the zombies. It raised its black furred face toward me. I could see the hollowness of its gaze, the lack of any conscious thought in its mind. Yet it seemed to consider my words and ponder their meaning. Speak, I commanded, causing the zombie to shudder violently. I stepped backward. Could I have waited too long to recall this one? Had I, Zatir, inconceivably made a mistake? And then it spoke. Its jaws worked back and forth. I could hear the ligaments in its neck and jaw breaking apart as the creature opened its mouth. A mouth that had been closed shut by the stiffness of death for 7 full days. Dust poured forth from its slightly parted lips as it struggled to form words. I am, said the zombie in a thin, reedy voice, hungry. It spoke. Yes, the zombie brought forth from the dead spoke, and I, Zatir, exalted. I stood beside the open grave and danced, praising aloud my skill. I turned to the zombie, that seemed fascinated by the cakes of dirt hanging from its dull fur, and taking it by its shoulders, rotated it this way and that. My specimen was complete, if filthy. And then, something I had not anticipated happened. Yes, even I, Zatir, had not foreseen this circumstance. The zombie held its hand out before it, turning it this way and that, holding it before its face. Tilting its head quizzically in the side, it spoke yet again. I am hungry, it said, and then it took a very hearty bite of its own arm. As I stared in amazement, I could hear its teeth cracking within its skull. It frowned, causing its fur to stretch across its forehead before bursting open to expose a glint of bone. The zombie turned to me, and a vague recognition filled its dull eyes. I'm hungry, it said through its broken teeth and slack-skinned mouth, reaching out a stiff and dirty hand toward me. I felt its fingers close in upon my arm, piercing the flesh with an unguessed strength. Quickly, I evoked another spell and cast it hastily upon the zombie, which fell to the ground in a heap of lifeless fur and bone. My escape was narrow, but my experience broadened. I, Zatir, set this in writing to enlighten others of the way of the zombie. Alright, let's put the book under the trophy. Oh, shoot. Oh, there we go. We can't spin these things. Alright, let's come in front of the skeleton trophy and read that book. Skeletons. Read. Skeletons by Trainee Melosius. Taking them apart and putting them together. Skeletons are common throughout Norath. It's pretty wasteful to spend much time studying them. The good thing about skeletons, though, is that they are so numerous that studying them is a breeze. If there's a graveyard, there will be skeletons. The question is, what kind? The best way to figure out what you'll encounter in any given graveyard is to look at what's alive in the area. That's because skeletons are simply reanimated dead. That puts skeletons into the category known as undead, which includes creatures such as ghosts, ghouls, and zombies. Pretty much every living creature has a skeleton. The nice thing about skeletons is that you can see everything you need to know about your enemy at a glance. Is it carrying a concealed weapon? That's mighty hard to do when you don't have any skin to hide it behind. Let's take a look at orc skeletons as an example. Once you are familiar with skeletons, you'll know about the living orcs too. Seeing them from the inside out gives you the advantage in battle. You will already know where the living orcs are vulnerable and tender. First, look at the orc skeleton skull. It is thicker at the front top than it is on the temples or at the back. That means you'll want to attack them from the side whenever possible to knock them unconscious. Although, it's hard to say that an undead creature actually has a conscious state, even without you koshing it on the head. The skeleton's neck is thin and much more vulnerable to a slashing attack. This is not always true of living creatures, which may protect their soft fleshy bits with studded collars and cuffs. The motto for the novice hunter is, look before you slash. If it's covered, see what is left wide open, and redirect your attack appropriately. Many skeletons wield the same weaponry as they would in life. If the animated undead was a magic user, you can be assured that its skeletal counterpart is also a magic user. In this case, it's handy to study the living creature instead to better know what damage skeletal creature is capable of doing. For the most part, skeletons are fairly solitary. They will, however, band together from their separate funeral plots to do whatever thing a particular sorcery has called them to life to do. Or undead. It's hard to know what to call them since they are clearly not alive, but aren't necessarily dead. Occasionally, skeletons are found beyond graveyards. You can find them haunting areas where they existed in life. For example, you can see any number of skeletons in places like Stormhold. These skeletons are likely bound to the last place their living self remembers and need to be re-killed in order to die. Except they're already dead, which means you can't kill them. Anyway, when you come across a skeleton and you don't recognize what sort of creature it might once have been, imagine it covered in fat. Often we're surprised by how scrawny a skeleton is and forget that something like a giant might be big in the bone department, but lacks some of the width its layer of skin and fat would cover. Keep in mind that not everything has a skeleton. You'd feel pretty foolish telling someone you were fighting a cold-wind octopus skeleton now, wouldn't you? That's all I know about skeletons. Hopefully you'll find this information useful. If not, go do your own study on skeletons. It'll be easy. They're everywhere. And in theory, we'll be making some more today as we hunt. But first, let's place the trophy. Let's place the book in front of the trophy. I placed that too far over. Good enough. Now let's go find a mailbox, and then we'll go find those Dracoda. Okay. It says only 8 of my items are actually counted. Okay. Alright, whatever. Let's leave the house and look for a mailbox so we can see what items are in that mail we got. Alright, we're loading the outside of the... We're loading the city now. Let's look at the map, see if the map... Let's see if the map shows us where the mailbox is. We're right by it. Let's do... I didn't mean to make anything on a marker, so... We're just going to marker the mailbox. Well, that's a broker, but where's the actual mailbox? With luck, maybe we can hit level 20 and check out that mount that we bought a few episodes ago, which requires level 20. We're at level 13 now. But we should be hunting things that are a little bit stronger than us, so maybe we might get there. It's pointing to this building here. Does this build... A wholesaler. Okay, I'm lost. Ah, mailbox. So first, this welcome message didn't have anything. We received an elixir of Mara. One Erelisi coin was placed in my currency window. That must be a special event currency. I also have something called a loyalty point token. Interesting. Okay. Now, from here, I think I remember the way out of the city. Let's exit the city, find the Dakota, and then we'll do that hunt, and then we will check out the common lands. I did say last episode that I had to rearrange my toolbars, but I don't feel like doing that right now. That's gonna hold up the process of actually getting into the action, so let's not worry about that right now. Alright. I think what I want is approximately around here. So we will use the Wayfinder again. Now when we go to do the common lands, I'm not setting Wayfinders, I'm just going to explore. think we lost our trail, but yeah, alright, there it goes. Those are the guys we were fighting yesterday. Interesting bears. Waste of time for us, though. Alright, I think we're getting somewhere. Why do we still hear the sound effect of the water? Are we still too close to it? Rockbeak, those must be zombie ostriches. But we're not here for them. Are those Fae? Can we get our Fae quest out here as well? Alright. That was a mistake. Eastward towards the lake. I probably could have taken that if it was one guy attacking me. Revive sickness. I guess I have no choice but to fight this one. I know that if the... Let's find out. You, I maybe want to try a few more levels before I venture out to the drinks. Oh, even my healing effect isn't really helping me much. These guys are tough. What's fighting me? Alright, let's wait for a little more health to regenerate. And then we'll... Alright, this is my 4th consecutive stream that I'm doing Everquest. So I'm supposed to be a variety show. So on my next stream, you'll see me doing something different. Or maybe I'll just keep doing this game for a while. There's no way to predict what I'm going to do. Yeah, I don't want to do the area damage spell right now, because I don't want to provoke something else. I want to fight these guys one at a time. Alright, these guys are wasting my time, so let's just keep going. Let's see here. That's the area I want to be in. Did, can I get there without being aggroed? Ah, here are the drakes. The question is, can I fight them one at a time? This is a very dangerous fight. I may be in over my head with this one. Okay. I may be in over my head. A Drake scale. Okay, that's not one of the quest items. Admittedly, I may be in over my head with this one, but we'll see what I do. The 15 was too... The 14 was too tough. Why would I do a 15? Let's pull this one away from the crowd. Maybe I will get more experience off of it if I attempt the 15. That Seer Scale, that's a named one. That must be the boss for this area. Let's wait a bit for recovery. Yeah, but if I'm having so much trouble with the 14s, there's no way I'm ready for those lions at the entrance of the Common Lands at 16. So we're just going to camp and farm off of these drakes for a while, I think. And maybe we'll get the quest, hopefully. I'm going to try and do this without the... I don't know if I'm too close to other drakes right now, so I'm going to try and do this without the Disease Cloud spell. Maybe I do need the Disease Cloud. Oh, I'm close to death here. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. We're going to keep working with those drakes, but we're not going for the boss. Not yet. Does this camp area have a name? I can't tell. Let's try this again. Let's try and be a little more careful this time. What the hell? How did I die that quickly? Oh. I am tired, so if I die again before triggering the quest, that'll be it for now, I think. I'd rather not go 4 hours tonight. Maybe I'll train up on some of these zombie ostriches we passed. Uh, Vulrich meat. So it's a combination. It's an ostrich vulture hybrid. We're going straight for the boss one. He's the highest level there. His name is Vilebeak. What a fitting name. And I died again. All right. I came in tonight without a plan. I don't really want to play this anymore. I'm feeling a little frustrated right now, but at the same time, I don't feel like I'm ready to end stream. That Drake skill is worth quite a bit, though. Alright, let's find... If I remember correctly, there should be a mender in this camp. Mender and armor merchant. Alright, let's see if that's enough armor to help me out here. Alright, there's a couple more pieces of this set, so we're not done with this armor just yet, but maybe this will help me stay alive longer. We're gonna make one more attempt running towards the drakes. And there I go, wandering in the wrong direction again. Well, this wolf wants to fight me, so I guess I have no choice. I do seem to be surviving a bit longer. Definitely want to optimize my attacks next time, though. I do it this time, but I don't feel like doing it right now. Supposedly there's another section of the forest that's where the monsters are even stronger than this area of the forest. I'm clearly not ready for that area yet. I want to see what these guys are. Because if they're fairies, I think they have a quest as well. Yeah, I couldn't figure out what those were, so... Ooh, somehow I pulled two with that. That was a mistake, obviously. Come on, guards, help me out here. Yeah, I think we're done with that request for tonight. Uh, let's see, anything else I want to try to play? Okay, not sure. Yeah, so we're going to skip the raid tonight because I don't see anyone online that I want to raid, so we're just going to call it. Have a good night. We're just going to call it. Night.